Sunday Night Football, the Cleveland Browns make their return to a huge stage.
29 seconds to go. Goff, deep drop, back in the pocket, getting hit. That ball came out. Loose ball in the middle of the field, and the Browns have it. They pick it up at the 30. It's Joe Schobert to the 20.
Baker, Miles, and of course OBJ. Primetime in front of the Dog Pound.
It's awesome to see him on Sunday night. I'm 25. I've never seen him in a game this big.
As the national spotlight once again shines on Cleveland, we'll take a look at the future of First Energy, renovate or replace, where a new one could be built and where the money will come from. And schoolyard bullying. This video will make every parent cringe. But this story concluded with a lesson and a happy ending. What's next starts now. And good evening on a big night in Cleveland. I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Sarah Shookman, and you may notice things are a little bit different around here as you check out our new studio updates.
That's right, and I'm Betsy Kling. We're also debuting our new graphics, and you can see how warm it is right now on the side of the screen. I'll have a little bit more on your forecast in just a bit.
We're going to tell you more about how this all works and what you can expect to see again in just a few minutes. But we want to begin with our guys on Sunday Night Football.
Baker back, Baker flushed, Baker really flushed, Baker throws, and they go to the end zone, and it's incomplete. In the corner of the end zone, it is incomplete, and the Browns are going to lose.
Wow, it was close. It looked like it was going to pull it out for just a minute, but no, wasn't meant to be tonight.
Nick Camino joins us, and Nick, yes, not the win we were hoping for, but this was a good game.
It was exciting. It all set up perfectly, the late heroics possible, and you saw it right here on WKYC. The Browns back on Sunday Night Football for the first time in 11 years, a chance to prove that they belong on the big stage. Crazy crowd on hand at First Energy Stadium for the Browns and the Rams, and a defensive kind of first half. We're tied at 3-3 under a minute to go in the second quarter. How about this? Myles Garrett forces the loose ball. Joe Schobert picks it up. Browns unable to get it into the end zone, but they go up 6-3 before half. All of a sudden, here come the Rams. They start really punching it in here. Offense gets going. They go up 13-10. Back and forth they go. Browns march all the way down to the 5-yard line. They end up punching it in there with Demetrius Harris. Browns take a 17-13 lead. We go to the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden, the Rams take the lead back. They go up 20-13. Here we go. Final, less than a minute to go. Browns trailing 20-13. They're trying to get into the end zone on 4th and goal, but Baker intercepted. That's your football game. The final, Rams 20, Browns 13. The Browns fall to 1-2 on the season. Here's Freddie Kitchens after the loss.
I was proud of the way these guys competed tonight. They fought their ass off to the very end, and we just came up short. We don't get any second place finish trophies in this business, but we'll keep fighting.
So there you go. I mean, this was a game that was right there for the taking. There was a chance for late night heroics there by Baker Mayfield in the offense, but just too many penalties. There was a lot of injuries going into that game.
Yeah.
The only thing I worry about now going forward is you've got the Baltimore Ravens next week, followed by Monday Night Football against the 49ers out in San Francisco. That won't be easy. So the schedule is still going to be tough here, and now you're 1-2.
As Freddie Kitchens said in so many words, a loss is a loss, but there were some good things to see tonight.
Yeah, there were. In the NFL, we know there's no moral victories. You're judged by wins and losses. There's no improvement column. There's no moral victory column. But, yeah, they played well. Got to be better, though. Got to shore up some of those penalties, and hopefully they can get healthier.
Tough stretch of the season ahead. All right. Thanks, Nick. We'll talk to you soon.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Ooh, ooh.
Well, they were certainly here for it. Browns fans were hyped up for the team's return to Sunday Night Football.
All that despite the loss. And Lena Lai is live downtown as those fans stream out of First Energy Stadium. Lena, good evening to you.
Hi, guys. Yeah, you know, a lot of sad faces coming out of First Energy Stadium. People are awfully quiet. Browns fans, how you feeling tonight?
Throw the ball. We paid a whole bunch of money for a guy to come from New York to catch the ball. Throw him the ball. It's that simple.
All right, having some technical problems, Lena, there. A lot of folks leaving there tonight, a lot of things going on. So we'll try to get back to her later in the broadcast.
Absolutely.
But for now, we will move on. And as First Energy got a national look tonight, an issue getting a lot of attention here is what are the Browns planning to do with the stadium? Could a dome or perhaps a flashy new building be in our future?
Mark Namick looked into that.
The Browns in the Super Bowl. The hype around this year's team has some fans thinking that's possible. But hosting the Super Bowl, now that's real fantasy football, at least for the next 9 years.
The Browns are committed to playing at the 21-year-old First Energy Stadium through 2029. It's not attractive enough to the NFL for a Super Bowl. The next 3 will be held in new super stadiums. Browns owners Dee and Jimmy Haslam won't say if they want a new one or plan to renovate their current home or if it'll have a roof. We asked attorney Fred Nance for perspective. He negotiated with the NFL on behalf of then Cleveland Mayor Mike White to keep football here after Art Modell, the owner of the Browns, bolted for Baltimore.
If you're going to think about doing a substantial project, the lead-up time is critical, particularly if there's another site that might be involved. I think right now the conversations are very general, they're very conceptual.
In 1996, Nance and the city had just 3 years to build a stadium. They kept it on the lakefront at the site of the old municipal stadium, where diehard fans embrace the icy winds of football season. Other sites were briefly considered, including areas near Scranton Road Peninsula, land across from Progressive Field, and the Gateway neighborhood.
But ultimately, the NFL was as interested as Mayor White was in trying to keep it here at this location because we all foresaw the development of the lakefront.
Nance says fans in the NFL didn't have the stomach for adding a roof, which would have delayed the return of the team by a year and probably added more than $100 million to the cost. The city and the Browns have 9 years to figure out what to do next, but that's not far off when you consider how elaborate new stadiums have become. Most cost more than $1 billion and include additional development. And taxpayers and owners must figure out who is going to pay for what. That gets more complicated when you consider the Cleveland Indians will likely seek a major renovation of Progressive Field in the near future. The Cavs just completed a $185 million renovation.
If we could get a sustained growth on the lakefront, more residents, more businesses moving, that's the only way it pays off.
Nance says the current spot makes most sense since lakefront development is indeed coming together.
Accessibility to the lakefront, both for purposes of the stadium and for other development, is a critical piece going forward.
The Browns told Channel 3 in a statement it's too early to pick a direction. Obviously, we are committed to this region, and planning for an enormous project like this will take time. As for the Super Bowl, Nance says it's not coming without a new stadium. If this season is any indication, though, Browns fans would gladly settle for a Super Bowl win first. Mark Namick, 3 News.
Well, now to a video of a bullying incident that has gone viral. An Ashtabula 12-year-old caught on cell phone video bullying one of her classmates. Dorsina Drakeford met with the families of both these girls who are trying to fix things after they say the school district didn't help them.
When this video first surfaced of Chad Boland's daughter, Cyrene, being bullied on the playground at Erie Intermediate School, he had had enough.
I'd been in contact with the school for the past few weeks over the bullying issues, and it's stemmed from multiple children, not just one.
In the video, you see other kids gathering around, egging Amelia Lott on while Cyrene sits calmly on the swing.
I really didn't know what I was doing wrong, and people just kept calling me names.
And when Tiffany Lott heard those names coming from her daughter's mouth,
I was appalled.
So much so that she had to talk to the parents of the young girl who had been hurt by her daughter's actions.
And my daughter was not raised like that.
I don't want to be called like a bully because I felt like a bully, but I know that now I was wrong.
Words she was able to say to Cyrene's face after the parents met on Sunday.
It wasn't until Mom found the video that I reshared on Facebook and contacted me. And that's when we stepped forward to handle the situation because it was clear the school wasn't.
For both the girls and the parents, it was a successful meeting and an accepted apology.
Her and I have talked it over, sort of, and now we're cool.
I just wanted to apologize, meet up with her, and just tell her we were cool and we could be friends.
But the middleman in all of this, they say, is the Ashtabula School District that didn't do enough to protect their kids.
Nothing just happens randomly. So for them to not tell me, hey, you know, she got into an argument today, they had to be separated today. I was never made aware that there was any kind of issues. I feel like it could have been prevented.
Well, it's time for them to reevaluate their policies. You know, there's got to be a better way.
Amelia was suspended on Friday, but the superintendent of the district says they're planning to investigate on Monday morning. A little too late for the two families who say hopefully this story shows other students and the district that bullying needs to be taken seriously. Dorsina Drake for 3 News.
Well, it is an exciting night here at WKYC Studios as we roll out our new look tonight. And most of these features are things that you, our viewers, said you wanted to see.
Lena Lai, who's doing double duty tonight, will show us all the features of that new look.
And we have team coverage tonight. Details on when to come downtown.
Yeah, that is so 2018. We have a new look now. First, our new logo here on the bottom left. You want weather? We've got weather all the time. This column lets you see weather throughout the day during the entire newscast. And here is where you'll see more information about a story as it airs.
When we put it all together, sometimes the column will briefly change depending on the story. Information boxes on the bottom can slide out with more info about a story as it airs or to update you on breaking news.
Only propane grills are.
See what it used to look like? Now here's the same story with the new look. It's cleaner, lets you see more. The video clips are larger, especially when viewing more than one at a time. We've certainly had different looks over the years. Today, in order to encircle all that we do, we are 3 News at WKYC Studios.
And tonight, Emmy Award winners will tell you who won and about a couple of upsets.
Ed Baker reacts to tonight's game. And after near record highs today, what season will we be waking up to tomorrow? Hi, Betsy.
They were near record highs, and you know what? Things are different tomorrow. Autumn officially arrives at 3:50. You can see the forecast there on the left side of your screen, but we're going to fill in more details, including when the rain arrives and when it leaves. Straight ahead.
What's Next is brought to you by Calvetta Brothers Floor Show. It's time to fall in love again with your home.
They almost pulled it off tonight, but the Browns ultimately fell to the Rams.
Lena Lai is back in business, and she's downtown with what fans are saying. Lena, we were worried about you. You're all good?
We're all good now, yes. You know, fans sad and disappointed and kind of quiet, still pouring out of First Energy Stadium. You know, I had a couple of Rams fans kind of come up to me and gloat a little bit. I told them to beat it. So we had to talk to some of the most colorful fans around here. Hi, guys. Your thoughts on the game tonight?
I don't know. My thoughts kind of like sad.
Yeah.
Baker wasn't doing what he should have done. He doesn't look the field. You know what I'm saying? He looks at one guy and he throws it to that guy and it's not there. He don't span everybody's got. He got so many instruments.
You know, the Browns almost pulled it off. You know, there's a lot of people criticizing as they came up. They were angry about the play calling. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't like the way Kinch is calling the plays, and I agree with him. I think Baker's just not seeing the field the way he should be. He should get the ball out faster and let Odell and Jarvis do their work.
You still have faith in this team?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. These guys from Wapakoneta, down near Dayton, right?
Right. Well, yep.
Have a safe drive home, guys. Thanks.
Good night.
Go all night.
You gotta love it, Russ, Sarah.
I am stunned that those guys still have faith in the Browns. I really am.
I'm just loving this bluesy track in the background. I think it kind of fits the mood of the moment for sure.
All right, Lena.
Thank you, Lena.
Thanks.
Well, there were some big wins tonight in the 2019 Emmy Awards, but also some upsets.
Game of Thrones won Outstanding Drama Series for its final season on the air, and an upset here now. Listen to this. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, there she is. She did not win Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Phoebe Waller-Bridge from Fleabag took home those honors instead. Also, Veep didn't win Best Comedy. Fleabag won that. You have the full list of winners. You can catch those at WKYC.com. And we have a new addition to tell you about tonight. Mike the Miz and his wife Maurice are welcoming a baby girl. They posted a photo on Instagram earlier tonight. The Miz is a WWE superstar and is from Parma. We want to say congratulations to the family.
11:56 now. Let's take a look at the weather ahead this week. What a beautiful night. Indians and Browns. So many people downtown tonight, and it was just Awesome.
I heard a lot of people, and it was typically men who were saying, see, I told you I didn't have to bring a sweatshirt. So I heard that numerous times over at the Indians game tonight. Yeah, no sweatshirts needed.
Not
it
necessary.
was just fantastic out there. Nice, brisk southwesterly breeze. And tomorrow, the wind is going to be changing directions. As far as the rush hour for tomorrow, we're going to have scattered rain and rumbles to begin the day. Temperatures will be in the 60s. We'll be in the mid and upper 70s for the afternoon and the evening. As the rain moves out, we'll have drier air moving in. That will give us some partly cloudy skies. But it's that transition time that we have to keep an eye on things. We're still dealing with a nice southerly breeze that's helping to hold the temperatures up. We're in the 70s for most of the area, the exception being tropical Dover. Not so tropical tonight, Dover. You're in the upper 60s, but all of us will be staying on the mild side. The radar for northeast Ohio is dry, but look out by the islands and up into Michigan. We do have some rain that's beginning to show up. That is the leading edge of the rain that we've been waiting on. We told you all week that the rain would hold off for the games. Certainly that is the case, but tonight and for the start of the day tomorrow, we'll see another surge of this moisture working through Indiana and right up into western Ohio. That will ultimately be a part of our day tomorrow. You can see it's not a huge amount of very heavy rain, so this is more or less going to be on and off light and moderate rain with occasional heavy downpours and probably a few rumbles of thunder too. Let's go hour by hour, and temperatures stay up tonight. You can see how that rain moves in. So if you have the windows open tonight, or if you have your car windows open, you may want to run out and get everything closed up. That is probably going to be a good idea because as these rain showers come through, as I indicated, we may have some heavier downpours from time to time. But most of the morning rush will be dependent upon how the radar looks in the morning. Holly will get you started at 4:30 a.m. with the latest weather updates. That continues through the morning show. And as far as that goes, you can see how we have those scattered showers that continue through the morning into the afternoon. At noon, we'll still have a pretty breezy day going. Winds out of the southwest at about 13 miles per hour. But watch what happens as we get into the afternoon. Wind direction change. That's a sign that a frontal boundary has come through, and certainly it does look like we have the better chance for rain early rather than later in the day. So if you have to wait for the kids after they get off the bus tomorrow afternoon, it does look like you may want to have the umbrella handy. But by evening, we should really start to see drier air moving in. Things are going to be calming down nicely, and it's a little bit of a return to fall. 3:50 in the morning is the autumnal equinox, and the first day of fall is actually going to feel like fall, but it doesn't stick around for long. Tuesday's actually going to be a cooler day for us. Look at the 50s to begin the day. We may even have a few upper 40s in the country areas, but by afternoon we should be very comfortably back into the 70s. Again, that's for Tuesday. But I have to be completely honest. I originally had this graphic titled Victory Monday, so now we're titling it the Monday after. And as you can see, rain and rumbles for the morning, giving way to a few showers for the afternoon. Temperatures in the 70s for later in the day. Universal Windows Direct Forecast has that mid-70s for tomorrow with the rain and rumble chances passing through, then clearing. Mostly sunny for the day Tuesday. Same for Wednesday. But look what happens once we go past midweek and into next weekend. Where is fall? We are right back in summer as the temperatures stretch well into the 80s, if not 90 degrees for next weekend. So if you are a summer lover, and I know there have a lot of them who are, definitely don't think all hope is lost. We have not completely turned the corner yet.
Good.
We're more or less
good.
just kind of looking over our shoulder going, okay, we know it's coming, but it's
How
not on
long
us
can
yet.
it last? Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving around today thinking, wow, this is the last day of summer. But Betsy, it's nice to know we're not done yet.
Not
right.
done yet.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
Coming up, more on Sunday Night Football and the Browns trying to prove that they belong on prime time.
Unpacking their performance, Nick is back after the break.
This sports report is brought to you by the people-pleasing people at Sarah Auto Group in Akron.
Well, Browns fans, this was it. Sunday Night Football, the light shining brightly on Cleveland, and a chance for the Browns to prove that the hype is real and that they deserve to be in this situation. The Browns taking on the defending NFC champion Rams, a big crowd on hand at First Energy Stadium, and it was a defensive battle in the first half. Under a minute to go, tied at 3-3. Myles Garrett gets to the quarterback, forces the ball loose. Joe Schobert scoops it up. Browns ready to punch it in, but they have to settle for a field goal, but they get out to a 6-3 lead at the half. Here come the Rams, though. First touchdown of the game comes right here. It's Jared Goff to Cooper Kupp. And all of a sudden, it's 10-6. But the Browns waste no time, getting right back to it. Baker finds Demetrius Harris in the back of the end zone for 6 points. It's 13-10, Browns on top. However, the Rams waste no time retaking the lead. It's Cooper Kupp again. He haunted them all night. makes the short touchdown catch from Jared Goff. Rams back on top 17-3. We go to the fourth quarter. Less than a minute to go. Browns trailing 20-13. They're trying to get into the end zone here. 4th and goal. Baker intercepted. Yeah, that's your football game. The final, Rams 20, Browns 13. The Browns fall to 1-2 on the season. Here's Freddie Kitchens after the game.
You know, if you're looking to blame somebody, blame me. Don't blame any of our players. Don't blame any of our other coaches. Just blame me because I can take it, all right? So, you know, just blame me. Go write your article and say I messed the game up. Go write your article and say it's my fault the thing's not looking like it did last year because of this.
Whatever you say, Coach. All right, back to that final series. Browns had it 1st and goal. Chance to tie the game or win the game, trailing 20-13. Less than a minute here. Did not run the ball once in the final series. Had a few cracks at it. The Rams defense holding strong. We go to 4th and goal. Game on the line on this next play. You'll see Baker. He goes back to pass. Tons of pressure coming here, but he's intercepted, and that's your football game. Baker Mayfield after the loss.
Just not executing. I think I'm going to have recurring nightmares over the throw to Demetrius up top when I think I'll be able to look at the film and know I have Jarvis underneath. Just execute. You know, I think that's what it comes down to. Execution down there. Doing your job. We need all 11 guys doing that, and it starts with me. So, you know, I heard the back end of Freddie talking about red zone efficiency, and right now that's a huge area for us to improve on.
A busy night in downtown Cleveland. The Indians on Sunday Night Baseball. Big game with the Phillies tonight. The Rays lost, so the Indians could get that tie back in the wild card spot for that 2nd position. Big crowd over at Progressive Field. Not even Sunday Night Football could keep the ballpark empty. 5th inning, we're tied at 1. How about Oscar Mercado? 3-run homer to left. Indians go up 4-1. That's Mercado's 14th homer of the season. Indians win this one tonight. They roll the Phillies. They win it 10-1. All right, now time for the Kaulig Race Report from Akron's own Xfinity team. Here's GM Chris Rice.
Hey guys, here from Richmond International Raceway in Virginia. Not the night the Lee Filter car won it. We had a great first stage, ended up 6th, had some trouble on pit road and never could overcome that. Ended up 17th. We got a big hole to dig out of going into Charlotte, so looking forward to that. But Christopher Bell locks himself in to move on to the next round. But see you next time at the Roval, guys.
This race report is brought to you by Kaulig Racing.
And we will have much more coming up on the Browns. We'll go to First Energy Stadium. We'll check in with Jim Donovan. Bud Shaw will have total coverage of that loss to the Rams at the stadium.
All right, Nick. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to 3 News and another look at our studio. Pretty fancy schmancy, which we are debuting tonight along with our new graphics, which you see on your screen. We'll explain those for you as we go on because I know some folks may be confused because this is different from what they saw last week.
Yeah, going to take some time to get used to, of course, but we are excited about these new changes.
Certainly. Betsy, the temperatures on the side of the screen?
Right, they're going to keep updating. We figured people love to see the forecast, so we'll give it to you, but we still have details to fill in.
More Channel 3 News coming up in about 4 hours.
The morning team will have you ready to get up and go.
Thank you for spending the evening with us. 3 News, the most watched late news in Northeast Ohio.